Hi, beautiful people. Hi, lovely people. It's your one and only NOB, guys. Thanks for stopping on my channel. If this is your first time of stopping on this channel, kindly press the red button, subscribe to my channel, guys. You're sure of getting impactful content, amazing content. Yes, guys. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to like and share our videos. Today is just going to basically be like a chit chat. Yes, guys, just going to be me sharing my mind with you, sharing my thoughts with you. So, guys, what I've come to understand is that I know human beings can be very, very complicated. Human beings can be very complex. Human beings can be very wicked, can be very annoying. Even God says in His words that the heart of a man is desperately wicked. Yeah, a typical human being is wicked. It only takes God and Christ in a man to be kind, to be nice, and to be good. Yes, I know that. I know humans can be very annoying, can be very toxic. Yeah, name it, all the bad things. When you want to cut off from people because of what you've experienced, because of what someone has done to you, maybe oh they snitched on you some, or probably they lied against you, one thing or the other, and you just want to cut off. I'm saying this because sometimes I see people posting it on their status and like, you know what, I'm done with people. I have even done it. Yes, I'm guilty of this. I'm done with people. I don't need people. I'm going to be on my own. Oh, that. Yes, we do it probably because we are angry at that moment. We are not happy. We are dissatisfied with what we are getting from people. But what I've come to understand is that people will never be perfect. People will never be perfect. So if you're going to cut off from people because of every little encounter you have with them, every little experience you have with them, you will be a loner. We all need people. The truth is, there's nothing you're going to do on earth here that you will not need people. So just name it. Tell me one thing that you're likely going to do that you will not need the support of people. Are you a market woman? You need people to buy from you. Are you an actor or an actress? You need people to actually watch your film. Are you a footballer? You want people to be in the stadium to watch you play your ball. You want fans. Yes. Whatever it is you want to do, you need people. We need people. In as much as we always say these things, I'm done with people, I cut off from people, and some people even go as far as making it practical. You see them avoiding people just because. I'm not really blaming you. I know that it's really very painful because I've had my fair share of this, where some things that you don't really expect people to do to you, they just do it, and you're like, is this how human beings actually are? It's really heartbreaking. You need people to move to your next level, to accelerate to your next level. You need people. So instead of us saying we cut off from people, I just feel like, why don't you learn to manage people? Yes, we should learn to manage people. After all, in every areas of our life, we manage things. Yes, is it in marriage? Couples manage themselves. They are not perfect people. The husband is not perfect. I'm married. My husband is not perfect. I'm not perfect. My husband is managing me. Yes, he knows I am managing him too. When I mean manage, we are learning to, overlook some parts and focus more on the brighter side and all that. Yes, is it with mother and father relationship, parents relationship, and children relationship? It's not even perfect. It's not perfect. There are days your child does a thing and you're so mad, you're angry. I've even seen parents swear for their child it will never be this and all that, though it's not a nice thing. Even the mother and the child relationship isn't even perfect. It's not perfect. I've seen situations where parents, today you are happy with your child, you are so happy, you're loving up on yourself. Tomorrow you're already spanking on that child, you're shouting at that child. Yes, it means that we are even managing ourselves, even as parents, as father and children, as husband and wife, as colleagues in the office. We learn to manage ourselves. So why don't you apply this while dealing with people? If you have this at the back of your mind, you will know how to manage. You will learn to overlook some certain things, because the truth is, no matter how bad a person is, there's something that person is good at to you. There is something that person can offer. There's nothing you want to do. Are you a laundry person? You need people. Do you sell roasted corn? You need people. Are you a musician? You need fans. You need people to help you, bring you out there. So you need people. The idea of always cutting off, I'm cutting off, I'm done, I'm done. It's a no-no, guys. It's a no-no. You end up being a loner. So instead of cutting off, why don't you focus on the value this person has to offer? Why don't you focus on the value that this person has to offer? You are not perfect. The people that call you bestie now, they are not calling you bestie because you're perfect. They just learn to overlook your other negative side and focus on the positive side. Your husband too, you're not perfect. It's not because you're perfect that your husband, he's just learning to overlook the negative side and manage and focus more on the positive side. So why don't you apply this when dealing with people? You as a person, ask yourself, are you perfect? The friends you have now, is it because you think they love you or they are your friends because you're perfect? So nobody is perfect. Nobody will ever be perfect. Let's learn to manage people for the value they get to offer. What I've come to understand, guys, is that no matter how bad a person is, there is something that person is good at. Okay, there was a particular friend I had then who I know this friend wasn't good in a particular thing. There was something I think the friend did. I had to even cut off. But then I realized that this person was good in other areas. She's always checking up on me, always calling me. So would I just cut off because of that little thing I noticed from her? So let's learn to manage people. Let's learn to manage people. You know, those cutting off from people because of those little things you notice. Oh, she did that, or she didn't pick your call. Those are too minor to cut off from people. You can cut off from people for major things like she's toxic, he's abusive, he's so negative. Yes, I don't like negativity around me. I could cut off from you because of that. Like personally, I know that I'm not a call person. I don't call often. So imagine you cutting off from me because, oh, I don't check up on you. You don't even know what I'm dealing with. You don't know. Put yourself in my shoes. You don't know what I'm dealing with. There are sometimes you call a friend once, twice, she doesn't pick, and you're like, I'm done. You don't even know what is happening. You don't know if that friend was just admitted to the hospital. Let's try and give our friends benefit of that, our loved ones. Like, you know, let's take things easy. Don't be too serious. Take things too seriously. Appreciate people for the focus on the positive side of people rather than negative. There's something this person has to offer. There's something this person is good at. Yeah, so sometimes a person may, okay, yeah, I think I've had someone like that. She gossips a lot. She gossips. When I looked at the other side of this person is a very caring person. So I realized that I could manage that gossiping side. Or probably sometimes maybe you were in a party with your friends and you were in a gathering of ladies, you guys were discussing, and one of your friends just said something, and sometimes we just take that thing to heart. The friend may not even know that that thing actually pierced you to the bone. You take it to heart, and because of that you want to cut off from that person. Well, let's not take things too seriously. That person may not have meant it the way you actually you see it. You imagine someone who is always there for you at your downtime. So because probably because on your birthday she didn't call you or she didn't post your picture and you decide to cut off just because of that. But this person has other areas where she actually pleases you. So why will you cut off because of the fact that she didn't call you on your birthday? Do you know what happened? She has a life too. She has things that she's dealing with. It shouldn't be all about us, all about you all the time. Some people will even go as far as cutting off because she didn't get me a birthday gift. He didn't get me a birthday gift. Those very little stuff, like those very little stuff, just for that you just take it so personal, and because of that you cut off. You forget every other thing you benefit from this person. You forget how nice this person is to you because of one simple thing you're already cutting off. So you end up becoming a loner. Most especially those are always cutting off on their status. I'm done with people. I'm done with people. See, if there's anybody I've seen people to the point that I should say this with my full chest, that I'm done. I'm done with human. I realize that you can't be done with them except you don't want to leave. If you are still living, you always have relationship with people. You need people in your life. You need people, because there's nothing you want to do that you don't need people. There's nothing. If you cut off everyone around you, you become a loner. You just become a single tree in a desert. Nobody will be around you, and that will be a very boring life. That will not be an interesting thing to do. So let's learn to manage people. Let's learn to manage people for the benefits, for the value we get from them. No matter how bad they are, there's something good about them. Focus more on the positive side of people than the negative. When I mean the positive side and than the negative, I'm not saying, like I said, not in terms of being toxic or abusive or negative. No, those three stuff and even more that are worse or that are a threat to your mental health, you shouldn't manage such. But for all those little stuff, oh, she didn't do this, she didn't do that, he didn't do that, you know, my mom didn't do that, those little stuff, overlook those stuff, because there are other things that these persons are good at. A person may not be good at always checking up on you, but she may be good at other stuff. A person she may be a gossip, she gossips a lot, but it could be that she's always there for you in your times of need. She's always there for you. She's always supportive to you and your kids. You can't just cut off basically because of that. So focus on the positive side of people, because everybody has a positive and a negative side. I, first, for sure, I'm not a perfect person. I have an area where I am zero, and there's another side of me that you say, okay, this is 100. You get? So focus on those side of people than focusing on the negative, in order to manage them. Yes, guys, thanks for watching this video. Thank you for watching. Yes, I'll see you in my next video.